Eyes up. There you go. I want you to start where that line is. Accelerate up here to second gear. Decelerate before the corner. U-turn, come back, accelerate to second gear, and then decelerate again and slow down and prepare for the slalom. So I want you to do a full lap up to second gear and back again.
Second gear, down to first, corner,
yep.
First, second, slow, through the slalom, U-turn, back.
Yes. You're going to kind of roll through that point and accelerate, get the second. And then when I drop my arm is when you're going to brake. And when you brake with your front and rear brake.
Yep.
But because all your weight transfers to the front of the bike, especially on this bike because it's got so much suspension travel,
yep.
Your rear bike becomes very ineffective very quickly.
Yeah.
So when you brake, it's smooth application. You don't grab a whole hand because then you're just going to flip over, right? You got a tank slapper where it locks up.
Yeah.
Smooth application of the front brake.
Yeah.
Smooth application of the front. As the weight transfers,
so rear first.
Both.
At the same time.
Both at the same time.
You don't want to initiate like the rear and then the front?
No, both brakes at the same time.
Okay.
So both brakes, the bike's going to transfer. You're going to go over.
Yeah.
As soon as you do that, your rear is going to start sliding.
Yeah.
So you lift it off, and once that's happened, all the weight's now on the front of the bike.
Yeah.
You have more effective traction on the front wheel. At the same time, you need to be full hand to clutch.
Yeah. Right?
And getting it down into first gear. Because when you come to a stop, you stop in your standard position, ready to accelerate if you need to. So you're in first gear, you just take off and go.
Okay.
Smooth application of the front brake. You come to a stop, I'm in first gear so I can accelerate away. See, I'm using two fingers, not the whole hand.
Yeah.
So that way I've always got two fingers covering the brake. That's all you need to stop the bike. That's a ton of braking force. Like I could do a burnout right now. And at the same time, you don't want to be looking down. Don't look at the obstacle, look dead ahead, because if the bike locks up,
you need that balance.
You need to look where you're going. See how it slides? And then you got to be aware of that and get ready to undo it. Right? Rear slide's not going to be the end of the world. But if it catches, you're going to high side, which means you go over the bike. So think about all the things you got to do. Brake, clutch, downshift. Okay. So let's start in first gear. Good thing I didn't change that tire because it's probably going to eat up a little bit. And don't panic if you slide. Okay. Are you in first gear? I like how you undid your slide. You recognize the slide, right?
Yeah.
Did you still use your front brake?
I didn't get on it quick enough.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. This has more priority than your rear. Remember that.
Yeah.
This will always stop you faster than your rear. But you gotta, like it's dry right now, so it's not a big deal. If it were wet, you gotta be even more careful. The other thing you didn't do was downshift.
Yeah.
Okay?
I got on the rear and the clutch, and then I was grabbing for this. I just didn't.
This is the most frustrating part of the course.
Yeah.
Is the panic stop. I think all that stuff, because you pick it up so quick,
yeah,
it gets fun. But this, it's a lot to think about all at once.
It's
right?
When you first started talking about it, it's kind of nerve-wracking. Because there's a lot to process. And
exactly.
You're looking at speed that can still injure you.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that's why I want you to do it what you're comfortable first and work up to it. See how much more effective it is once you use your front brake? I see you didn't use them at all there. Because as soon as the bike goes like this, I know you're using your front. Clutch. Don't go into that fence, whatever you do. There you go. That was a very aggressive stop.
I had my left foot down at the
You had
end.
very good control. That was very aggressive. But the fact that you let off and didn't lock up the brain was very good. It's kind of dangerous,
Well,
but at the same time, that was good control. That shows that you're not shutting down.
not just panicking.
Yeah.
In this situation, there's nothing really to panic about. You know, like, I'm not going to be
No.
nailed by a
So
semi-truck
that's why you
or
need to be
something.
comfortable, because you need to be comfortable with, like, this bike's got a shitload of suspension travel. It's 11 inches,
Yeah.
right? No, most normal bikes don't have the suspension travel this has, so you can stop a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just thinking about 11 inches.
So tell me what you're doing wrong.
Okay, so I was listening for the skid sound,
Yeah.
and I immediately, instinctively, because I'm scared of going over, I let off on the front brake when I should have let off on the rear brake.
Yeah.
And it just caused it to keep, like, I eased off a little bit minutely, and that was enough, but I didn't get back on the front brake.
Okay. So go down, do a U-turn, and then come into the driveway.